She saved money in a box every day, a note of 5 or 10. After 6 months, there's a big party. She went shopping with her sister. She came home and put on her white dress, which she just bought. She looked in the mirror and smiled, and then she went straight up to her mom and asked, "Mom, do I look pretty?" And her mom said, "Oh dear, you look like an angel." She smiled and whispered, "I look like an angel." The next day, it's a big day, she wore the same dress and asked her friend, "Ria, how do I look?" And Ria said, "It's okay, you look nice." And suddenly there's a noise in her head which says, "Oh my god, I don't look like an angel." She just said, "Nice. Is this even looking good on me?" Why is someone's approval so important? Why do we crave validation? Do we rely on someone else's opinion for our happiness? Hi everyone, welcome back. And in this episode, I will be talking about my story behind the word validation. This word have been following me everywhere these days. My teachers coming up with questions like, "Students, how can we validate data?" Before deploying the product, we have to verify and validate the product, and that's what testing is. Well, it seems like I'm still in my classroom, so keeping that computer science knowledge aside, let's continue to our topic. My mind raising questions on everything I do. Am I doing it right? Why am I doing this? Bindu Kharga, why do you need this? Am I speaking correctly? Why am I feeling this? And a lot more questions like these. I was continuously trying to check on my feelings and validate them, freaking out whole day and calming myself down with the validation from my close ones, and listening to the song, "Baby, show me you can calm down, dance with me and take the lead now." I don't know whether I sang that song right or not, but I listened to this a lot, and I used to feel relieved after doing this. I'm the youngest in my family, and I've always got my elders praising and criticizing my works. Now, according to me, when someone validates your work, then we feel secure. We are assured that whatever we are doing good. Now, seeking validation is good when we are small because we are relying on our elders for guidance. But the problem arises when we grow up and start seeking validation on everything we do. We always need someone to tell us that you are doing good. I clearly remember that every time I used to upload videos on YouTube, I always relied on peoples to tell me that I was doing good. And I openly confess today that I used to seek validation a lot. And when I realized this, the first thing that I did was I simply denied. I raised an objection against my own feelings, saying, "Your Honor, she is not doing anything wrong. She is just seeking the love on her work from her close ones." But the objections like these fails just after a second when you know that the things are wrong. I was now left with a single option, and that was acceptance. After accepting it, I started finding why do I feel this way. I googled randomly sticking a word validation on my every search, and I ended up having reasons such as self-doubts and insecurities, feeling of comparison and competition, lack of self-awareness and self-acceptance, and past traumas and experiences. Among all these reasons, the reasons that I could relate to most were excessive self doubts and lack of self acceptance. I hate saying this, but yes, they are the flaws that are in me. Your reasons might be completely different. Till now, if you feel that you're also the one who seeks validation, then identifying the reasons behind you feeling this way from the root level is the first step of being aware. I used to think that I know how to celebrate my happy times, but I was wrong. Saying "woohoo" and cheers for a few seconds is not enough. You have to fucking live the celebration when you are actually proud of yourself. We are humans and we are born with flaws, and it's normal to have flaws. If being fan of Messi is cool, then I believe being messy is definitely cool. And this line sounded way more cooler than that. Seems like I'm the most coolest now. Now let's get out of my imaginative world and get back into my flaws. Digging from the root, I always got my family to assure my work, celebrating my victories, warning me when I was doing wrong, and when I grew up and left my home, I got no one to tell me those things. Well, poor Bindu Khadka now started having self doubts on everything she does, and the doubts just kept on increasing. She now started seeking validation from others. She struggled on accepting herself. But do you know what she loves the most? She loves solving problems. And what does she did to solve this problem? Well, she started celebrating her victories on her own, and the victories here doesn't mean something like conquering the world. Victories like helping someone selflessly, being consistent on your things, identifying the problems, being aware on own self, and simply reacting less and doing things more. I used to rely on my friends to celebrate my successes, but as it said, people think that life is a race and only few in this world has time to wait for a second and tell you that you're amazing. I don't know whether you will agree to this or not, but the life that I have lived so far has taught me this. The more I rely on others, the more I'll be broken. Now, this might be slightly different in case of our family, but except that, I hope you know it. So, just get out there, put on your headphones, pick something that you love. It can be a book, a chocolate, or just a song, and celebrate until you are tired. And doing this is really important if you want to kill that habit of seeking validation from others. The second thing that she did was she let things happen on their flow. There were times when she again repeated the same thing, and when it's you who's repeating the things, then it's difficult to eliminate those things at an instant. And habits takes time to change, and you should give time to heal yourself too. When you repeat things and you know that's wrong, then do not defend that with some excuses. Instead, be aware of that and identify the situations that are making you feel that way. And saying this sounds so easy, but the reality always hits different. Acceptance is hard, and I still struggle on that, but the learning should never end, and I'm learning every day. Maybe I'm doing it, but I might not be aware of that. I believe soon there'll be an alarm that will wake me up, and I hope I'll be aware of not pressing the snooze button when it comes. And that's all for today. I'd love to listen your thoughts on this, and thank you for listening. Wait, I have a task for you today. Suggest me a song with the theme acceptance. Now that's all. Thank you. Bye.